Hey, folks, it's JTT on a Sunday night. I apologize for being a little late. I'll get my Deadpool going. Okay. Apparently, if I'm correct, JD Vance was in Johnstown today. He was in JWF having like nice had a nice I think conversation with news media reporters. If I'm correct, and it goes, you know how the media are, those fun people who love their big people who was against the matrix, the establishment. Who I'm talking about. I'm not gonna go there, but I'm glad that WF, spoke his piece, and I think that him and Trump are gonna do a fantastic job. We need those two to put this country back on track. But how do I get that great if I really want to say? To both men and women who are in relationships, maybe marriage, engagement, just dating, do yourself a favor. God forbid you're in some type of argument, a conflict, please, oh please, don't do the following. I don't care how mad you are, her or him. Please don't go elsewhere and take your problem to other people. Especially opposite sex, don't. Because opposite sex, wait for the moment to take the individual away from you. You'd be surprised. The best way to really destroy a relationship is what problems you have in a relationship, you get into somebody of the opposite sex who wants you. Yes, you'd be totally surprised. But don't go to social media like TikTok, Instagram especially, even something as simple as Facebook, or even like X, even formerly Twitter, and saying like, this problem, that problem. All of a sudden now you get all this attention. All this dope get loaded. Okay, let's try this again. I apologize for the disconnection. Yeah, this is what happens when you don't have a good enough hotspot for for your live stream. I gotta get a new approved one from AT&T soon. I have to. I can't take this any longer. But I want to try to say, long short, if you have conflict in your relationship, do not go to a third party. That's the worst thing you can do. They be the ones to, as big a wedge we have right now, you get a third party, they're going to increase that wedge to a canyon between you and the person you love. Do not make things worse by inviting somebody else in there. Some people might talk to your relatives, and that's risky too. You had some relatives try to encourage you to stay in relationships, like you gotta stay. He seems to be a good man. He seems to be a good woman. You should stay. But you got others say, "Oh, you could do better. You could do better." It's risky. It's very dangerous. Then you got that single friend. Forget about it. You got this single friend who is not crazy about you being in that marriage, in that engagement, in that relationship. That one single friend who seems to be eternally single, maybe male and female. Yeah, they're the worst ones to go to, but they'd be the ones to probably like make the wedge even bigger between you and the person that you love. So you gotta be very, very careful. So the best bet is like, I don't care if you guys stay up almost 24 hours to resolve this, you gotta resolve the conflict. Do not go to a third party. You will maintain that strong relationship. Hold on a sec. Yeah, I have reminded to wish my fiance happy anniversary, which I did early. Thank goodness to my beautiful fiance who I love dearly. Happy anniversary, dear. I sent a separate video that to her as well. But long story short, though, that's how relationships become destroyed. It's way too easy for relationships to be destroyed in an instant these days. Once upon a time, a woman could flirt with another guy. The guy could easily say, no, thank you. Vice versa. A guy could flirt with a woman that she's with this other dude who was like, no. One man said it best, though. I saw one video. He said if the one man, cause the one of the clips, I saw one guy said, "Oh, well, I could take your girl." The guy said, "Well, if you're taking this woman here, you're not taking my girl. You're taking my problem." And the thing is, though, like if a man try to make a move with your girl, and the girl said, "Nope, I'm with him," that means this girl is stands on business of being serious. That yes, she's with you, and only you. That doesn't make her a pick-me girl or just that makes her for real. That makes her your ride or die. This makes the woman you should like fight, suffer, and die for. If another dude comes by and she starts to go with him, yes, you feel a certain way. Yes, you'll be crushed, but guess what? This dude just took your problem. Seriously, yes. And the woman's so swayed. Let's say the guy had a more expensive looking car, live a more expensive lifestyle and stuff, and the woman you're with leaves. See, what's about you? She's about the material things and nothing else. But in essence, the guy took your problem. You see, she got this straight addiction to material wealth or material things. And let's say if this rich guy that had all sorts of problems, or worse, dumps her for another who might be better than her, what do you think she's gonna do? She might come back to the familiar, go back to the guy who she think is reliable and all that stuff, but he's a good man, stands up business. He say like, no. You go back to that dude. You don't think I'm all that? Go back to the guy who you want to be with so bad, or someone similar like that. Go and find somebody who will put up with your nonsense. And it goes for guys too. Like say you got this woman who loves you, cherishes you, do everything for you. But you go for this one woman who seems to find you attractive, wants to get with you because like you could be able to like, buy some things and all that stuff. And this girl is like 8 and 9, while the girl you're with is like about a 4 to 5. But meanwhile, the girl who's like 8 and 9, yeah, she's dropped dead gorgeous, she's beautiful, but she gives you nothing but chaos in your life. You get no rest, you get no peace, you get no respect. You don't even give in love. Guess what? You say, okay, I had enough. You don't go back to the woman who you left. She did the same thing. Nope. You don't think I'm all that. So go back to the beauty queen that you want so badly. Translation, folks. Get with the person that you need in life, not what you want. Everybody wants the top 1% of whatever. But nobody needs the person who's supposed to be there for them. Seriously. That's why in the end, there's a dating scene, a lot of the good men who've been like put off by these women who lived their wild lives in their youth. I mean, they totally squandered their youth, their best years of their life. They squandered their youth on these dudes who were like the best looking, hot looking, and all that stuff. And these dudes dogged them out. I'm sorry, they dogged them out. Some of these women become single moms. And this is not me, throwing shade at single moms and all that, because there's some women who have legitimately been in good long-term marriages. And unfortunately, been divorced. And through the fault of the husband, not her. For those women, I feel bad for, because these women could be traditional to all this good stuff. These good women should, she has second chance in love. I mean, I talk about women who've been married for a long time and all that stuff, and the husband's at fault. Yes. Me, like say, the husband is abusive. Yes, that's going to divorce right off the bat. I don't care what anyone says. So if a man abuses his wife, number one, he's not a man. He's lower than whale crap. That's what my friends would say. If the guy has an addiction, he don't want to think about fixing divorce. If the guy is is lustful and adulterous, meaning he can't keep in his pants, divorce. Simple as that. So of course, that's when divorce should come in play. But you know what too? That goes for women too. You got to tell women don't have addictions? Yes, they do have addictions. Some women do have addictions, believe it or not. So it goes for women as well. If they have an addiction, they don't want to take care of it, divorce. If they're physically abused to their husband, that's the funniest thing. They make it sound like men cannot be physically abused. You want to bet? I've seen some videos where I have a hard time watching because it's so disturbing. You think a woman supposed to be more feminist, soft, nurtured? This woman went down like crazy, violent, throwing stuff. There's women who try to stab and shoot their men. Did I go to Claire Harris, I think? This is the name of a woman who was married to this dentist. I think her husband tried to divorce her to go for this other woman. I think he's trying to go with the assistant. Got to an argument, and she ran over her husband like about 2 or 3 times. It was exaggerated. She ran her husband like about 10, 20 times. Like, no, it don't work like that. Like, the first 2, 3 times, yeah, I think the first time you permanently maim him at the very least. I say after the second time running him over, yeah, he's dead. Third time, that's overkill. We're talking about a whole vehicle. We're not talking about some little Cooper car running you over, or a Smartmobile. No, we're talking about a full-size sedan. And the worst part, her daughter was in there too. But that's besides the point. Like, women can cause violence towards men, but here's the difference between like violence towards women and violence towards men. If violence towards women have to report. And don't get me wrong, women have a hard time reporting their abuse, especially from husbands, boyfriends, and fiancés. They'll have a hard time, but they do have to eventually. But as hard as for women to turn in their loved ones who abused them, it is for men, it's much, much harder. You'd be surprised. I seen a TV show that talks about, it's a TV show, and there's policemen called in about domestic violence and all that stuff, and he's got this great big hulking dude and his little woman, and it first is this big dude beat up the woman instead of way around. And the big guy tried to say that, and he didn't believe that the guy's great big hulk. Doesn't matter. If a woman wanted to bring harm to this big guy, she'd do it. She succeeded in killing this poor guy. I'm not sure she's got a knife, scissor, but she got him inside the neck, and that was it. Then she tried to get her off him, but the moment she got him inside the neck, that was it. Women have killed men for some of the most craziest and most weirdest reasons. But it should be okay. No. I didn't mean to be all over the place. Like I said, I had a late start. I did some shopping. I did a video, tried the Big Mac chicken. I'm not gonna lie, it's good. The only complaint I have about it is not enough not tartar sauce, ranch. For me, if I gotta have any type of like chicken, especially like on the top you buy from McDonald's, you never get enough ranch dressing. Never. Overall, the Big Mac chicken, I enjoyed it. And I encourage anybody who haven't tried the Big Mac chicken, give it a go. Let me know how it tastes. Next week, I'm probably gonna try maybe next week. Is like a Krabby Patty. Yes, you heard me, Krabby Patty at Wendy's. So I'm going like, okay, you got my curiosity going. I gotta try that. I probably gotta try that next week. What else I'm gonna be doing soon? One of my videos talk about going to Katz's Deli in Manhattan. This is like a world famous Katz's Deli, and I'm trying one of the sandwiches. I called my sister, and she said like, yeah, the sandwiches are good. They're expensive, but they're good, and they're pretty big size. Like, okay, that's awesome. So I'm probably gonna do like document my journey like from Johnstown, Pennsylvania to Manhattan to say like my quest to go to Katz's Deli and try one of the sandwiches. And like, I don't get me wrong, I love big sandwiches. I've had the biggest sandwich today I had that is like not your typical fast food type sandwich, which I think is pretty good. And my opinion has been like Primetti Brothers, and like especially in New York. If that's, in my opinion, in terms of like sandwich that set the bench of how a sandwich you made that is not so fast food, I think Primetti Brothers is one of them. Maybe because I'm a New Yorker, but one of the sandwiches they have is called the New Yorker. I said like, yeah, that's my sandwich. That's if I had to go to Primetti Brothers to get a sandwich, the New Yorker, that's my go-to sandwich right there. In fact, I did a reaction video to that one. And oh my goodness, I had fun eating that. Of course, my sister roasted me and saying, like, seriously, Jeff, chew, my brother, chew. Because I was going like Pac-Man on that thing. But it was good. It was good. But like I said, no, I'm not talking about P. Diddy, but I already did enough of that yesterday. Because quite simply, like, it's bonkers, basically. It's pretty bad. But the latest thing is that the latest thing I heard, but the only thing I'm gonna touch up on that is that Jaguar Wright was talking about the situation with P. Diddy, but she should bring other people who's probably be next in line for the FBI to look into. And that's Jay-Z and Beyonce. It was on Piers Morgan, and the irony that they wanted to talk to her, and she like went all in. She's not gonna just talk about just P. Diddy. She talked about all the other possible players in there as well. And of course, Jay-Z and Beyonce had the lawyers go after them with a cease and desist letter. And the thing of it all is like, I'm not surprised because they talk about that already. So my fun question is like, are they really scared? So how long before they be looking at Beyonce and Jay-Z? Well, we're gonna wait, to May. Now, right now, that is the date that they have this trial for P. Diddy, but it might push more because a lot more evidence be coming in, and a lot more eyewitnesses might be coming in as well. But I digress. But this situation with the election coming up soon, like, keep in mind, I can't believe that in less than a month, the 2024 election is going to be coming up. And the question is, like, you ask yourself, what you going to vote for? Oh, boy, what you going to vote with? Are you going to vote with this? And I pray to God, everybody who could hear my voice, you go vote with this, not with this. If you vote with your heart, you're going to screw yourself bad. I'll tell you why. So you make me feel like this. Maybe forget the feelings. Go by the actual track record. Do Kamala Harris and the other guy, Tim Tampon Walls, have a good track record of making this country better, safer? No. They, like I said, Kamala Harris is not going to shut down the border. She's going to open it even further. In case you folks haven't guessed it, they're going to replace us. How do I know? I'll give you an example. For the victims, I think is Hurricane Milton, I think. I know we get hit, this country hit with some hurricanes already, left, right, forward, but I think they only get like $750. And people say, oh, that's not true, that's not true. Well, how come you don't hear about the other programs that people are getting? Why? If there's other programs other than $750, how come we don't talk about it? If you're helping people, you tell them that, so that way other people doesn't know about it, get the information. Meanwhile, while the people who pretty much lost pretty much everything to the hurricane, meanwhile, the illegal migrants getting everything handed to them. Handed to them. They're getting houses. They're getting money, food. Insane. I still go back to the one video about this one woman had to sell her food truck. There's one illegal migrant, and they showed her papers that the government is going to fund him. What? The same government that could have funded her and stopped her from selling her food truck, they give it to an illegal migrant. And now I hear stories how other countries have released their prisoners and sent them to this country. Are you serious? But now there's a measure that, if I'm heard correctly, though, 158 Democrats voted against a bill that would deport illegal migrants who commit sex acts against women. So let me get this straight. The same party who swears up and down they're pro-woman are the same ones who voted against a bill to protect a woman, but then again, the same party who allow these men who identify as women in these women private spaces like the bathroom and locker rooms. And you're not going to tell me there had not been cases where these women got assaulted. You're not going to tell me. And the funny thing, the moment such assaults take place, they try to keep it so quiet in news media because they knew they could catch a lot of backlash about it. They knew. So the question is, folks, you got to ask yourself, do you rather live in the truth? I don't care how ugly it gets. You rather live in the truth, or you try to live in your delusion? You want to stay plugged up to the matrix. Yeah, some people have that pretty lie, but the problem is like the reality is that you're not living in paradise. This government, stop depending on the government. We're supposed to be free from the government, not depending on it, but people are be plugged into the matrix, which is the government. If you say, "Wait, Jeff, we say anti-government, not for anti-government. I'm for less government, not more." If you're not careful, you go down that slippery slope. There'll be a time when kids will ask stories, how was the country like when you was a kid? And you got to tell them the truth. Well, if I was your age, this country was never like this. Things were tough, but we had more money in our pockets and we had more freedom. This should make you feel very, very worried. You're not going to tell me that, 4 more years of this will make things better. No, it do not. 4 more years of this current administration is going to break this country. I'm telling you right now. Because right now, we're like this close to World War III. And this is from a group of people from the left saying like, oh, Trump is going to get us to World War III. Funny. Trump did the opposite. He was stopping wars. He's pulling this country out of a situation that could have got involved in wars. But now all of a sudden, we're this close in the World War III. And I don't think no sane person liked the idea of like looking out the window. I see a mushroom cloud appearing. So the moment I see that flash, a few seconds, that boom, it's done. Life as we know in this country, as well as this world, is forever done. Plain and simple. I like the idea of like I have to worry about how much radiation I gotta be aware of. I don't like the idea. But if we put the wrong person in charge, you have to expect it. Or because you think this person, like, it's kind of weird. I saw Barack Obama laying on the black man saying, well, you should vote for this person because she bid what she bid for. No, she has not. Last time I checked, I think Kamala Harris, she's been upper class. She's not like had to do the struggle. Yeah, we understand the struggle, but she never been struggles for everybody else. She never lived a life I did. I know what it's like being poor. I know like anybody who is black, white, they know what it's like it's poor. Black, white, Hispanic, they know what it's like it's poor. Kamala Harris don't know that. But she's like, well, she knows somebody who owns a business. Nice to hear. When was the last time you hear Kamala Harris started a business? If you do, please let me know, because I want to hear. Because so far, I hear nothing but crickets. It seems like any question she asks as of late, she's been dodging them. She's been dodging them so much, she making Neo for the Matrix look like an amateur. She's like, well, she visited the border. Fine. Border closed? Nope, you haven't done a doggone thing. It got to be more than just addressing the border. It's more like what has to be done. And what about the people who are here legally now? What about them? I'd say, like I said before, and Mr. Trump, I hope you're hearing, that these people, and simply do this. Well, I'm going to make you legal citizens now because you've been for such time. I said, all you got to do is vote Republican, then boom, you're a citizen. No question about it. And watch how fast the left lose their minds. And now there's thing like there's voting problem again. So basically, they say you shouldn't have the ID to vote. You want to bet? How do we need ID for everything else except the vote? If you have a problem with no voting ID, then anybody like 12 years old can go get beer. Everybody's gonna get prescription drugs if you don't need an ID. But some reason, when it comes to voting, you need an ID. Yes, you do. Because the idea of somebody who's not from this country, who's here illegally voting, yeah, that's a problem. Because we have to pay taxes? Get out of here. Paris raining outside. I was in the Philippines like 2 times. I can't vote in their elections. You gotta be kidding me. They look at me like I lost my mind, saying like, so you better get off the line before you get arrested. Heck out of here with that. Give me a break. Because they pay taxes. So do we. Doesn't mean that our voice is that much less. Come on. But overall, though, this election is a make or break situation. I wonder, power flickering, would that mean have a power outage? Yeah, I hope not. That would suck. Yeah, I think could be a storm coming in, so I got man to wrap this up a little bit quick just to be on the safe side. Cause I'm not sure. Could we have a power outage that this live should be going? But what do you think, folks? This thing with the election, what's your thoughts on that? But before I forget, though, overall, are you happy with the current administration as it goes? If so, how? How did the administration make improvements in your life? Did you think the administration made your life better or more difficult? Answer that question if you can. I have people who are diehard liberals, and then one thing I saw on TV made me go like, okay, let's explain some things. People are not so much leaving the Democrat Party. People are being expelled from the Democrat Party because they don't become yes men. Meaning they gotta walk lock in step, question nothing. If you question anything but the Democrat Party, you're not worthy to be with the Democrat Party. Yeah, exactly. You're not allowed to disagree. And they actually like, okay, fine. You don't want me? I go to the side who will appreciate my opinions and my thoughts. They would disagree, but they still will respect me. That's the danger that the Democrats are having, as of lately, though. Yeah, I think it's heard that too. But in closing on, this last is a bit short, though. But like I said, I worry about the storm knocking out the power and all that stuff, so maybe it's cut this short. But for those who showed up, I was like, thank you very much. I'll probably do I'll probably cut to maybe one live stream, strictly to Saturdays or Sundays, but I'll let you know. But until then, folks, peace and love. And this thing gonna end in 3, 2. Jose, is it ending?